The wise elder tree is a bringer of potent medicine and transformation, well known for preventing and lessening the severity of flu and helping with coughs and colds and all of those winter illnesses. But elder also has the magic to help us in transformation in our lives, and it works very quickly. It's a very potent, fast acting medicine. So when you use it for flu, you can either use it for prevention. You can take a little bit every day, but if you actually get flu or you get a cough, take it little and often throughout the day, and it can really blast that out of your system. It's got that protective energy, and it helps us transform the darkness into the light, which is what healing is all about, basically. That's like the crux of it. When you have a fever, you are bringing up those toxins, those pathogens that are in your body physically, and this also happens when you are in a deep process of healing and transformation. You're bringing those things up from the depths of your psyche, things that you're holding on to, toxins that are no longer serving you. Elder can help you to bring them up and process them and burn them off in that fever, to make that a quicker and easier process and help turn that darkness into light. Now, I have these elder trees in my garden, and there's a few of them along the hedge, and I really feel like they are so magical. When I first moved into this house, there was just a hedge, and there was, in the garden, there was just pots with shrubs in and gravel, and that was it. And I really longed for trees, and so I asked the earth, please bring me trees. And I planted some trees, I planted some fruit trees, and I knew logically that these were going to take a while to grow, because trees take a while when you plant them to grow into something that would give me that shade and that real kind of the magic that you have when you have trees. And so the next year I ended up having my first daughter. We didn't do much with the garden, and we didn't cut the hedge, so the hedge went wild. The birds loved it, the sparrows live in it. And then what appeared from the hedge were 3 majestic, magical elders that just came out of the hedge and gave us that tree almost instantly, within a year. And I was thinking that it would take years. Now, these elder were hiding. They were obviously in the hedge all along, and they were just hiding there and just waiting for that opportunity to just emerge. And I have used them ever since, every single year, to make medicine. In August, it used to be September, it's getting earlier now, it's now in August, and I make an elderberry syrup. It's a fermented elderberry syrup by pouring honey. I use local raw honey, and I pour it over the top of the elderberries and leave it to ferment for a couple of weeks, and then strain it and use. And it's such a good recipe because it's so simple, and it's also fermented. But you can make any elderberry syrup recipe. There are so many. The other thing that I love to do with them is to make an oxymel. An oxymel is when they are extracted into vinegar, and apple cider vinegar is amazing because if you buy the one with the mother, that's also probiotic and very healing. And then you also add honey, and if it's raw honey, even better. And that is really nice. So elderberries are great as a food and a medicine. They're great to put on food. You can't eat them raw. You need to cook them or ferment them. You can make the syrup and you can use it as a medicine, but you can also pour it on your dessert, pour it on ice cream. Is really tasty, and you can use it in cooking. You could put it in muffins or cakes. You can make jellies and jams with it. So the things to know about elder, if you are going to explore this abundant medicine, this is the tree here. These are the leaves, and they're made up of these leaflets here. And The rest of the tree is not edible, only the berries and then the beautiful blossoms in spring. And so when you pick the berries like this, you rub them off the stem when they're ripe, when they're black and they're ripe. Rub them off the stem and just use those for your syrups, for your vinegars, for your oxymel, whatever it is that you're making. And it doesn't matter if you get a tiny bit of stalk in there. And I spent a really beautiful evening a couple of nights ago with some local people. We run community gardens together in the local area, and we just sat there having a nice chat and de-stalking all of the elderberries. So that's a really nice way to do it, with friends or with a good podcast or watching YouTube. And just really, while you're doing that, connect with the medicine, connect with the power of it, because I love to use these medicines physically and also connect with their energetic qualities, and that really supercharges their potency. So I'm going to be teaching this in my upcoming 6-week course, if you're watching this in August and starting in September. And this is what I teach. It's how to use the medicine physically and then also connect to those energetic qualities to really supercharge your health and well-being. So stay tuned for more, and comment below if you are picking elderberries this season. And just to say, if you're watching this later, you can also buy dried elderberries and make this medicine with dried elderberries as well.